I think at the core of addiction to alcohol and drugs, whether they be street drugs or prescription drugs, at the core of that, there's a feeling on the part of the addict that they are not being validated by the people that are most important to them, mostly parents. Is where the problem starts uh, in the very beginning of life. And it's the people who feel unvalidated who become susceptible to abusing alcohol and drugs, becoming addicted, and then some of them, a minority, but some of them becoming dangerous. I don't want to go back and find out when Rob Reiner and Mrs. Reiner's son went off the rails, but I'm sure it was very early in his life, and I'm sure it had something to do with his relationship with his dad, or maybe his mother, but probably his dad. So he developed an insecure person, started using drugs very early, tried hard, went to different treatment facilities, never solved the problem, and eventually he lashed out and killed his parents. Uh, I went to a speech, a lecture, when I was in college by a man named Aldous Huxley, who just written a book called The Doors of Perception. And he said he had stage 4 cancer and wasn't going to live very long, so he wasn't hiding anything. And he said that humans, from the beginning of civilization, want to do things to alter their consciousness. And he went on at some length about with examples of that. And that was just before LSD exploded uh, on college campuses and elsewhere. And the crowd there of students, you could have heard a pin drop when he would pause. They were absolutely mesmerized by him. The widespread use of pot, marijuana, was in its just about to happen, but somehow there was a tremendous curiosity about his exposing the fact that people, uh, not to be crude about it, but just want to get high. And my favorite blues singer, B.B. King, went to the Cook County Jail, and he got up at the beginning of his talk and said, "Hey, baby, it don't count when you're high." And the crowd of convicts in the prison went nuts. It don't count when you're high. And it's a well-known secret in criminology and corrections that a huge percentage of the people that are in prisons committed their act while under the influence, mostly of alcohol. And it lowers the inhibitions, and people do stupid stuff and end up getting sent to prison. Well, what I'm trying to get at here is if we're going to overcome what Hillary Clinton told the president of Mexico several years ago, we have to acknowledge that the insatiable appetite for illegal drugs in the United States is a major driver of this drug problem. So, how do you get the people to stop wanting to get high? Of course, I think the answer is simple enough, but it's how to get there. It's having parenting from the moment of birth that makes the child feel secure and validated, not needing something more. It's on a side topic, it's become part of the literature recently that most people who are obese had some kind of a serious problem uh, in their childhood. Many of them have been molested, and they eat excessively as what they call comfort food, huh? So we want to get rid of the drug traffic. We want to get rid of the drug cartels. Uh, what do we have to do? We got to find a way to have more people who feel secure and validated from the beginning of their life. That's what we got to do. And of course, that would probably take a good deal of money to have more parenting education, to have more parental leave, less stress and work for parents, so they can have the ability to attend to their children in a loving, calm, validating way. That's the way I believe, and it's hard work, but it needs to be done.